Hello everyone, my name is Saffron Zayn Francisco, and today we will be talking to Ellen Marie Francisco about her book. Hello Ellen.
Hi.
So, my first question on your book is, do you think it'll be helpful to people who have trouble and they get themselves into trouble and they're just very stressed out about these things? Do you think the book will help them?
Well, the problem with trouble is once you're in trouble, there's a whole lot more trouble to follow. And I think that that's what people don't understand. And yes, I would love to be able to help people re-examine some of their own life choices that are happening in the moment, as well as maybe reconsidering their opinions of people who've actually even been to jail, because that is a really bad, do you want to go to jail? Would you like people to know that you've been to jail? Not many people want to admit that to people. And a lot of people will take that word like, oh my God, you've been to jail, you're a criminal, right?
Right.
You might be all kinds of other things instead of just a criminal. Right. So really, when it comes to things like that, I think it's criminal that people make those judgments.
Yes, I feel you there.
So yeah, I want to raise awareness and expand consciousness and help some people along the way, and just encourage people to put a little more thought into how they live their life and what they're trying to do here.
Yes.
That answers your question?
Yes, that does.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions, Madam?
Yes. The second question is, what inspired you to make this type of book? Did it just come to you and you just wanted to write about it, or did you just feel like making a book?
You know what? I think I'm going to answer that question with a question, because I'm your mom and I can get away with things like that right now.
Okay.
So the fact is, yes, it was inspired by personal experiences that I cannot share.
That's okay.
At the moment. But if I were in a courtroom right now and somebody asked me that question, you know what I actually would say?
What?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
Okay. What does that mean?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
What? Okay.
Have I answered a question yet?
Yeah, kind of, actually.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have I said anything? Really? I said some things, but it was a whole lot of nothing, basically. Yeah. I plead the fifth on that. That's a right to, Let's see. Well.
Should I?
I'm kind of speechless right now because I'm pleading the fifth. So do you have another question?
Yes, I do, actually. Here is my other question. Are you excited that when your book does get published, are you excited that you might become a famous author and continue writing more books?
Actually, I'm more concerned that I'm going to become an infamous criminal instead of being known for the good works that I've done on this planet. Well, you tell me. You've known me quite some time, my love. What have I done that's been good for the planet so far?
Oh, well, you've planted more plants because this planet needs more green in the world.
It's true. I have.
Way more.
Yeah.
And you've helped little injured animals, like
for sure.
That injured turtle we saw on the road.
That's
you
right.
helped it, even though
That's
it
right.
tried to bite you.
That's right. It's kind of like the law, right?
Yes.
Bam!
You have to help an injured animal.
Bam!
Yes. Yes, I think that's... And I love that you are just a lover of animals and you just want them to be safe and not get hurt by anything.
Something like my kids, right?
Yes. And I love that you don't give up. No matter how many dogs we lose, you just want to get another.
Let's go back to the book.
Okay.
There's always some animal to save, though.
Yes,
we
there
have
is.
to
All
agree
right.
on that.
Should we get back to the book then?
Yes.
All right. So, did you what were the Okay. Well, I can see that's gonna be in your mind for a while now. So.
I'm pleading the fifth. I have a constitutional right. It's the Fifth Amendment.
Okay. Well, do you
And it's in my book, by the way. That is the funny thing. I mean, ironically, I'm saying that because it is a part of my book. And I'm just flipping through all this mishmash of all these different versions of my book because that's just where I am right now. But I will tell you, if I could find it and read it to you at this very moment, you would agree with me that this is a really useful bit of information. Because not many people even know their rights. And they're in here. The constitutional rights, human rights, inmate rights, Title 15 rights. And what am I missing? Miss American. Let's start from the top. See, this is the thing. Not many people even know what rights they have. You have constitutional rights.
Well,
You have human rights.
Okay, thank you.
You have constitutional rights, civil rights, human rights.
Yes, of course.
You have inmate rights if you're in the thing, but people really don't know what they are. So that's why I had to go ahead and put all of these rights and the amendments and the Bill of Rights and a little bit of the history about the Bill of Rights so that people understand that even knowing the rights is really going to make them mad because they'll see how many are violated pretty regularly by the system if they've been ensnared in the criminal justice system. And that's really the truth, I'm afraid.
Well, I just want to say that how long have you been working on this book? For like 3 years now, or?
Oh, wow. Yes, it's been. I mean, we basically, moved to Canada? Have you seen me do anything other than
have, actually. Every day I would ask, I'd be like, hey, Mom, how's the book going? You'd be like, it's going good. I'm getting through stuff. I'm writing away. I mean, do you just feel, are you just happy that you become an author and when this book gets published, people will like it? Are you excited about that?
Well, I hope they like it. Again, yes, I would like to affect some change in that system. I mean, we all want to do something, right?
Yes, yes, we do.
Every small little piece helps. But yeah, I am an author, and I've been writing since, well, before you were born, and I've written, 5 books now. So this just happens to be the first book I'm publishing.
Wow.
So, and I have won awards for my short story in the past. So, I've worked for Sidney Sheldon. You don't even probably know who he is, the late, great Sidney Sheldon. I don't know. I just love writing. I've worked for publishing companies. I just love writing.
Well, I can see that. Like, writing, you could just write about your feelings or, like, your past or things that happened to you. I mean, it's just, you just put it all together and it makes one great big story. I just want to ask, how, like, your book is pretty big, I can tell by the papers in your hand, and I can tell it's not even half of it. I can tell that's like...
Yeah.
I mean, you must have been working very hard.
Yes, my love. Next question.
The next question is, do you feel like, I can't explain this one. Do you feel like you really, I'm sorry, I got lost.
Are you drawing a blank?
Kind of,
Okay,
because
well, why don't I
Piglet
ask
is
you a
playing with
question?
feet.
Why don't I ask you a question?
Well, go shoot away.
What is my question? Oh, gosh. I don't even know.
Well, actually, I have a question now.
Okay.
Well, here's my question.
Sweet.
Will you be treating this book like it's probably like, you know, like when like someone loves something so much and it's not really real life or breathing, will you treat this book like your child and not abandon it and just give it all the credit you have and just make
and just
sure,
try to keep marketing it after it's released?
Just
Is that
keep
your
trying
question?
to make it more big. Just keep trying to make it famous.
Bring more life into it?
Pretty
Like,
much.
Do you say that because you know I'm a good mom and you like the way I've mothered you? Or do you
Yes.
say, is that right? Is that the truth?
Yeah.
See, so, okay. Well, I don't even know how to answer that question.
Well,
So-
then that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, I think that's all the questions I have.
Okay.
I think this went really well. And later on, I'll come up with more questions that are different and ask them to you.
So do you feel like you've learned a little bit about American history?
I think I've learned a lot about American.
Yeah, like
yeah,
what in your sage-like way? How would you describe what I've just the little itty bit that I've shared with you? How would you describe?
I would describe that as like I would be a person to read your book in case like I ever maybe, I'm not saying I will, get thrown in jail. I mean,
what could happen to you? What do you think you could do to get thrown in jail? Do you think it's that hard? Do you think it's easy?
Well,
like, what's your perception as a...
My perception is, like, I think it would be easy for the people who do not want to get in jail. They try really hard not to break any rules and try to obey the laws. And I think it may be hard for the people who have struggles, like people who smoke, people who drink, people like that. I think it's hard for them and easy for the people who actually don't drink or go to parties or do anything bad.
You've noticed a correlation between, and this isn't because I party, this is just because like you know enough about the world already, that some people just party and other people are like so just knowing what you know from your short life experience, do you think that I'm like more like a criminal and I'm heading in that direction, or do you think I'm like copacetic, man, I'm gonna be cool?
Well, I actually have the perfect thing to answer that. I actually think, well, back in the day, you still
okay,
no,
you just turned 11.
In the past, when you still had me, Mateo, you did once steal M&Ms, and I think you're heading in the direction where you won't. You're getting more copacetic or whatever.
What? Stole M&Ms? Are you suggesting I'm a criminal?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you used to do some bad decisions. I'm saying
oh my God,
that you're way more copacetic now. You're more responsible. You're... Did I say something?
Would you say that I might have been rehabilitated?
Yes,
to some degree.
Because you're a healer. You're a meditator.
Thank you very much.
You stretch. You're making sure your body is healthy, and I think you're just you're just doing your very best to be the best you can be and not just be crazy.
Oh, what? You think I'm crazy?
No. I think you're doing your best to not end up like a crazy person.
Thank you so much.
I think you're just doing all that you can do for you.
He doesn't live here.
Well, yes, you are.
But back to partiers and people who like drink excessively and drive, or just drink excessively and like, fall asleep on the road.
I know at least 5 people who do that.
Who? Yes, I know. So, and what do you like?
I do not know if it's responsible to mention their names.
No, I would not.
No, I would not. No, I don't want to. No.
No, because.
But I'm not a snitch.
Because then we might have to say that they're a criminal.
Yes, and I think you've really blossomed into a very responsible woman.
Do you think that I was irresponsible at some point while I was mothering you? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm just saying you've made yourself way better.
Well, you know what? We're here to get better, right? Not worse. Yes. I think.
You just want to do all you can.
We have a responsibility to other human beings and to...
Yeah, you just want to do all you can to just make sure you don't get in trouble.
Yeah, except I do have a loud mouth, so sometimes my mouth gets me in trouble, as we all know.
Does your mouth, did your mouth wander away? Does it just take control or something?
Is that what it looks like? Because sometimes it's like my mouth isn't in control at all.
Yeah, because sometimes once like you get a little, you just want to scream or something. Like in your head, your like heart is saying no, don't do this, don't scream, don't do anything rash. But your head is saying do it, let it out.
And your lawyer is saying, play the fifth! Shut up!
But I think that's all the time we have for today.
You're right, so...
But I'm glad I was able to ask you these questions.
I know, I'm sure there will be more, so...
yes, there probably will be.
Just,
yes.
Let me know.
So yes, thank you everyone so much for watching. And we're gonna end now. Goodbye.